All right, welcome to another figure updates video. All right, for this video, we're going to be talking about the Shibuya Scramble, Getou Suguru. There's first four figures, Fey Valentine, and there's Basters Kai Harn. But we can't really look at that one because it's a little bit probably too lewd for YouTube. But it is art. It is art. So let's just start off with the Shibuya Scramble eStream 1/7 scale Suguru. So 1/7 scale. That's how most of their Jujutsu Kaisen or all their Jujutsu Kaisen scales are. And a while back, a long time ago on stream, we talked about Getou Suguru, Justice Scope, and there was one thing I was personally concerned about, and it's still a concern. Obviously, these things you kind of have to have it in hand to kind of get a good feel for how the effects, yes, the effects right here, is just the bulkiness, the clumpiness of that, him absorbing that cursed spirit or whatever. That is just my main concern still. But overall, I still like the figure itself rather than the effects on him. His hair still looks like it's gonna turn out to be pretty damn good. The sculpt of his face, the sculpt of his face looks like it's still gonna be pretty good. But yeah, it's just a lot of these effects, man. The lighting and such, it could kind of change it. It's hard to take a good picture of probably something like this. Just my guess with how it kind of looks. It's not your typical fire water effects. So this is something where you have to make it look like what the creator really wanted. Looked at the cursed spirits, how they really want it to look. So the only thing you can really do is make that mold look like the water or the fire, but turn it black, I guess. But yeah, I still like it. I still like the pose from one of the manga book covers. But right here, you still with the paint in, I mean, it looks pretty good. As always, you can always look at the same spots where if you have it in person, how would these extra little details turn out? Well, like, you know, his kind of, his thongs right here. I'm gonna call it thongs, Japanese thongs, with the socks or whatever, his kind of kimono. You have like this gold paint, so keep an eye out always for the gold paint. You always got kind of a spill over here, and it looks like there's a little bit of detail, extra detail on this kimono sash thingy. I don't know what the hell to call it, but that is something to like look out for sure if you're on the fence on this. At least that's what I'm looking out for. I am still in the market for a Suguru Getou figure, and I feel like there might be some more upcoming releases. I know RFXJ for Kotobuki, they're gonna come out with something. I think a newer figure of him. So I'm always gonna be looking out for him. This is something as of right now, definitely gonna pass, sit on for a while. Maybe it bends. Maybe it's still sitting there for months and months and months, and I could get this closer to maybe I'll be able to get it under 200 bucks. Then I'll feel the value of that for something like this. But in terms of right now, it's definitely not up there. And then yeah, I guess a lot of the current concerns in scopes that I've had when they painted it in, I mean, it doesn't really change when I guess when it has to do with the shape, right? If the shape is looking weird, I mean, painting it in, it's not really gonna make that big of a difference. But yeah, movie zero, Gekijouban, the movie Jujutsu Kaisen zero, the Suguru, man, season 2, the very first episode just came out and it was freaking amazing. I just made a little video on that if you guys want to check that out on the other channel. But yeah, he's definitely up there as a character. Yeah, just him. Was gonna say I want to talk a lot about some spoilers, but Suguru, he's definitely up there as a character that I really like. Interesting background for sure. But yeah, I have there's a lot of things to like about it. It just comes down to the effects. So the next figure that we're gonna take a look at real quick is Fey Valentine 1/8 scale. This is an exclusive edition. And then there's just the regular resin, as you can see right here on the websites of First Four Figures. They just have, I guess they just have these two right now. Usually they have like a standard or something like that, but I guess it might just be these two. So for the exclusive edition, I think it comes with the gun, and then she has like sunglasses. You see right here, 270. Without those, it's 250. Obviously, I want the freaking sunglasses and the gun. I mean, obviously the exclusive one is gonna, look better, but the price differential is only like 20 bucks. So, in my opinion, I mean, it's worth it from that standpoint. But what kind of bothers me about this figure, I mean, I have the resin of her, right? From First Four Figures. I really like that one. I do. I like it. Never mind. I don't really like it. I just like it. But I really like this one more, and it's smaller. And I'm guessing it's going to be, not as big. It had like there's a picture with like 3 can jars or whatever. So she's not going to be like that big. I mean, it's a 1/8 scale compared to the 1/4 scale that I have. And I've been leaning more and more towards just, the non-heavy plastic, just regular PVC. I mean, parts of this is going to be resin, so it's still going to be relatively heavy. But as a person that also has in mind at some point that I might sell it, it's really important that it weighs less. It's just smaller. You just save money on shipping and that kind of thing. But as a figure overall, if you guys seen my review on Faye, I pretty much how it looks on these prototype pictures, I feel pretty much the same. I'm sure they use the same kind of painting style and everything to use from those previous sculpts to make this one. I just love it. I love the Mega House one with the Spike and Faye kind of combo. This reminds me of that figure, but this one I think is a little bit better. I just love her kind of nonchalant, kind of cool pose right here. With her holding her gun and just chilling and looking up, man, I think that's just a badass pose. Like, she's, she's just bad. She's bad. So I really like this one. Right? She's like one of the more types of characters where you don't need to make her like lewd or anything to make it an attractive, like kind of B shoujo kind of figure. I mean, this is good right here. This is still not like lewd or anything like that. Her design is still, it's attractive. It's just not too revealing, and it's cool. Like, it's an action like show. Like, she's a cool action character. So this is what you have right here, and I would totally, you know what? I would straight up trade my resin, my Fey Valentine 1/4 scale resin for the exclusive one. So, if somewhere down the line, if you guys want to trade, I'll trade for this. I'll trade my resin, my other 1/4 scale resin for this one, because I like the pose of this one more, and I can see myself keeping this one for way longer. This might be my favorite so far of all, like kind of like the Cowboy Bebop stuff that I've seen out there. I do like the Spike one in the 1/8 scale. I think it was the one with the Vicious that we looked at one point. But this one, it looks good. You have like the glossy kind of finish to her kind of outfit here. Yeah, I mean, it just looks the same. It looks almost the same. The pose is just a little bit different. It's going to be smaller. In the platform, it's kind of whatever. I don't really care about the base and platform as much. Obviously, the base on the resin one has a little bit more sentimental meaning for the character, because the video, we figured out a lot about her past. I mean, it has that actual significance to it. But I mean, I just like this pose more, quite frankly, and that's pretty much it. And I feel like I can expect the same kind of quality from that 1/4 scale that First Four Figures made. So yeah. And then the last figure is just, I can't really click on it. As you can see, you can probably see little nips here and there on Harn. If you guys want to, this character, Harn, she is off of Bastard, and they're coming out with a second season. I think I gave the anime, I did a whole review on the blog. I probably gave it anywhere between a 6.2 to 6.8. let's just say I gave it probably like 6.5. Maybe it was a 6.2. It's a show that's okay. And for me, I have like, you know, because I watched it when I was so young, this is a very inappropriate show. I shouldn't have been watching this when I was younger. But I just have that kind of connection to it. How I have a connection to like Ronin Warriors when I saw that as a kid as well. This is something I'm just gonna collect. It's definitely super lewd. Her character, she's like the tomboy of like basically Dark Schneider's almost harem, basically. And this one, it's very, very, you see a little bit extra than you probably should. The same thing with the Shinhari. They show her nips on there too. I think the Arches Ne one, they might show a little bit more, but hers is a little bit more tame. Her figure is actually more about like the flame effects and stuff like that. But this one right here, I mean, I'm just gonna buy it. Screw it, I'm gonna get it. I don't go out to try to get loot type of figures, but for something like this, I have a sentimental connection with it, I guess, from my childhood. So even though this is a more updated version of this character, I still like the idea of collecting all their scales, because I don't think I ever will be able to get something like that again. So yeah, right here from Medicos, from di molto bene. I don't even know how to. De molto bene. Sure, di molto. Man, I just want to say these nuts for real quick, but yeah. Kai Harn. There's the lewd premium on her. I'm sure she's probably gonna be close to like $200 for a 1/6 scale. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. And the biggest thing, I guess, for a more general audience is like Suguru here. I mean, Jujutsu. I mean, they painted it at the like perfect time, right? Right when Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 drops, it's a freaking banger. This figure is, a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen figures. There's not one that completely has blown me away. They're all like just, average to above average. There's a few things here and there that I just don't quite like. Just like all the Gojo ones, I feel the same way about most of his scales too. It is what it is. I'll be waiting since the popularity is so high. I'm like I said in my previous videos, I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna be patient, and I'm gonna try to get the best deal. I ain't trying to pre-order any of these. No Demon Slayer pre-ordering. No freaking Jujutsu Kaisen pre-ordering. It is what it is. I'm all about that deal and getting that value. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about any of these figures. If there's anything in particular you guys want me to take a look at. If I find something interesting with those figures that I could, really talk about, then, I'll talk about it. But other than that, these are 3 figures that kind of, have been on my kind of, wish list, or what I've been kind of looking at for the past few months. And yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Check out my blog at otakusen.com. Check out my anime channel. Yeah. And I'll start making some card TCG, CCG kind of content soon, so you guys can see my card collection, or what I have left. I did just send a bunch of cards, all my good cards basically, to get graded. But content coming soon for cards. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys on the next video.